Yeah, I've been pretty much raw for about a year and a half. A little bit of a dip over Christmas, but completely raw for a year and a half. 7, 8 years, about 80% raw. So doing okay.
Right on, man. So the Christmas thing got you. Always
Well,
does. I don't even do that crap no more.
well, personally, I just wanted to see what it was like because I was 100% raw for a year, and then after a year, I decided, okay, I want to see what it's like to not be 100% raw and see what effect that has on my body. It was kind of like an experiment. So I did that for a few months, where I just went back to about 80% raw for a few months over the winter around Christmas time, and it was quite. I planned to go raw again right in New Year, but it actually took another couple of months before I took that step because the cooked food had latched on to me again, and that addiction had latched on, and I find that very, very difficult to shake that addiction again.
Hmm.
But finally I did it there, and it's good to get back on track, and it just feels amazing again.
Yeah, it's interesting how that cooked food will suck you back in. It's
Absolutely,
better just to deal with your problems and deal with your feelings
yeah.
than to use the food to medicate. Because then you get all clogged up, not only physically, but emotionally and mentally as well. And you're just not living your highest ideal.
What do you think is the best, or what do you find is the best way to deal with the emotional furbles that you cough up and this and that? Do you meditate, or what do you find the best thing to do?
I meditate every morning. That has been immensely, immensely helpful for me to sort of detach from the thinking.
Hmm.
You know, we get so caught up in our minds. If we can learn how to detach from the mind and just observe it,
Hmm.
it's like the heart. The mind is very similar to the heart, and we haven't quite got this yet as a society. But the mind is just a thinker. That's what it does. It just thinks and thinks and thinks and thinks and thinks and thinks. But
Hmm.
you can get to a higher level of awareness where you can observe the thinking and detach from it, and then with focus, and you can actually begin to slow down the thoughts, surrender the thinking, and go into a state where it's more non-dual and where there's just a lot of peace and space
Hmm.
there, and you just keep bringing it back, and then the mind wanders away again. It starts worrying about problems or wanting to fight or defend your positions or a myriad of things that the mind does. Another song that won't leave your head, and but the peace is really like silent.
Yeah.
So you bring it back to the silence, and you keep on bringing it back. The silence is like up above. It for me, it's
Hmm.
up here, and then the mind is like a brain with a lot of electrical activity going on. But it's nice to be able to keep bringing it back
Hmm.
to the silence.
Do you have a particular meditation technique that you use?
You know, I have a little meditation DVD I listen to called Tranquility,
Hmm.
or Deep Meditation and Prayer. Two different ones. I've done Center Point before,
Yeah.
um, and I just put on the headphones, and it's sound frequencies which
Yeah.
you know, instigate a certain level of you know, alpha, beta, theta, delta waves,
Hmm.
and it takes you through that, you know. So just real simple, and I just sit there and observe. I don't think meditation has to be complicated. I think the more simple it is, the better.
Yeah.
Just simply observing your mind. You're not trying to do anything. You can breathe if you want to, but I just choose to just sit there and observe what's going on. And really what I do is I bring it back to Sat Chit Ananda, or the peace that passes understanding. And I just keep bringing it back to peace. That's my goal right
Hmm.
now. The love is pretty secure in my heart for people and for life and for myself.
Hmm.
A few bugs to work out here and there. That's just because I'm human and I'm not an avatar yet. But I don't mind. I don't mind being human, and I don't mind. I'll do the work for the rest of this life. I'll do it for another 100 lifetimes. I don't care.
Hmm.
As long as I'm on the path
Yeah.
and I'm doing my very best, that's all that matters to me, you
Hmm.
know? And so I keep on bringing it back to peace. Peace. I can, because peace is in us.
Hmm.
It's just covered over by everything that's non-peace. Those stupid people in this country, they're so stupid, and they wear this clothes, and their religion is wrong, and we're the right religion, or anything like that.
Yeah.
That's just ignorance. It's all one unity. And what it is when you see that you would not be able to see in your enemy if it wasn't in you. If it wasn't in you, you would not be able to see it in them.